Hi there, I'm Isaac Olaoshibikon, your Salesforce CRM Cloud Computing and Data Analysis Career Coach. I welcome you all to Talent Linker. On this channel, we are all about unlocking your potential, taking your career to the next level. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and make sure to turn on your notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. And if you find this video valuable, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Isaac Olaoshibikon by name. I'm a Salesforce CRM Cloud Computing Career Coach. I have over 5 years of experience in Salesforce Cloud Computing. I want to impart different Salesforce professionals by demonstrating, doing demo or doing case study on how to use Screen Flow. The first use case I'm going to be treating, it has to do with how to create Screen Flow. The first thing I will do, I'll create a flow to display the welcome message to end users. A kind of message that will mention the end user's name as they land on the home page of their applications. End users are those users that log in with their user's name and password. So for the users that I administer the platform to as a Salesforce administrator, I want a situation whereby I will create a flow to display the welcome message to end users. After doing that, I will modify the flow to display the end user's name and a greetings message. And above that, I will also add a flow to the home page. The next thing I will do is to modify the flow to show a dynamic message in the form of a custom label. The dynamic message is simply going to make it possible that we can constantly change the kind of messages that will be getting across to the end users on a different cases, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. As an administrator, you can modify the custom label to actually have a dynamic kind of integration whereby you can change the messages on a custom label, and by doing so, your end users will be kind of get a motivational message, a kind of encouragement to really enjoy their day, to make their day shine bright, and all the rest. So this is the kind of demonstration I'll be doing the developer org or the playground that is being provided by Salesforce Trailhead. Now, the good thing about this is the kind of a thing good things you can do as an administrator to really configure things, build things, and make things work for your end users and give them a very powerful experience. So let us dive into the playground now as I demonstrate how to create a screen flow that will display the welcome message to end users. Thank you. Okay, now the first thing to do is for me to go to the setup. From the setup, I will type in flows. For me to go to the flow builder, I will type in flow. On the screen flow, you go to the new flow. I go into the new flow. From there, I will go to the start from the scratch. Yeah, there are different types of flow. The first one is screen flow, and the other types we have auto launch the flow. That's a flow with no trigger. We have a schedule trigger flow. We have record trigger flow. I will have platform event trigger flow, record trigger orchestration. These are type of flow that we have. Now for the screen flow, one major use of it is to guide users through a business process that is launched from Lightning pages, experience cloud side, or quick action, or more. So there are so many experiences you can give to your end users by creating screen flow. Screen flow is a very powerful tool whereby if you build it, if you configure screen flow, it can really help your end users to do a lot of cool stuff like creating a quick lead, creating a quick opportunity, a kind of quick actions. And you can also use dynamically, you can use screen flow to create dynamic action button. So you can go to the action button to create on your objects to create a flow on a page of a record whereby the end users can access it. And that is the same way you can also integrate a variable or ID, a record ID, to make it possible in such a way that when you create a particular record, you can actually integrate it with a particular record, that you don't need to go to the main object to create the record. So ScreenFlow can really help you to help your end users to get job done faster and quicker. At the same time, it can really help them to, it can give them experience in the cloud site that is going to be awesome for them. So there are a lot of things you can configure, making use of a flow builder in terms of experience you will give to your end user. So now I will go to the screen flow. I create screen flow. And now for the screen flow, this is canvas, and you have two different types of layouts or different ways you can actually configure your you can use to configure whatever you want to do or to build on the flow builder. It's I'm kind of used to this form of auto layouts. The auto layout will just whatever things you want to build is for you to just click on this plus circle to have the components that you actually want to use in building doing your configurations, and you continue in that trend until you get done with all what you want to build. So let me just since I want to do screen flow, let me just use this, then let me add screen. So for this screen now that is coming up, and now this is the point whereby I need to add let me say screen flow. I can say screen, so I can come a welcome message. So I can make this a welcome message. Then yeah, if you like, in order to save time, if you like, majorly if you're at work, it's always good for you to give your work description, so that subsequent other administrators that are using the platform, they will really understand what is this, what you've actually configured, what is meant for, or what the use case is all about, the kind of problem you've actually used it to solve on the Salesforce platform. Now that I have my my screen, my screen flow name, now I've given it label, and API name is also there as well. And for the API name, you can always write it. If you see API name, you can write it, say welcome, like you can give it underscore if it is a API name, or you can do it without underscore. You just don't give any space. But for the label is how the end users will see it. So you can leave it, you make sure when you write the name, you can give it space. If you don't still give it space, it will still be cool. It should work for your end users at the end of the day. For the backending or for the developer, you always make sure you either you use underscore or you write whatever you want to write without any space in between. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to try to give my screen, the screen, what my end users can actually respond to, what can make them to, what they can read, what is feasible to them at the front end or the user's interface. Now, what I need to do is to try and give my end users a great experience by having display text. We have display text. You drag it and you drop it right here. Then for this display text, I can say, welcome message display. Okay, now this is where I will do what kind of a message I want to give, a kind of experience I want to give to my end users at the front end, whereby they can really have something to say. Welcome user. So for a start, I will say welcome user. It simply means this is the kind of the first message I will just drop to display in the display text. So let's say I put it in this way: welcome user. So for the welcome user, I will take it to the center. You can use this key to take it to the center. Okay, you can take it right hand, you can take it left hand. You can also make it to be at the center. You can increase the font by, you can make it like 18. You can make it bold. You can change the color. Yeah, you can just change the color by it's going to display to the end user. You can make it green if you like. Okay, if that is okay, then we can just say, okay, for now, let us leave it that way. And now for what we have here, we have pause, we have previous, we have finish. Ordinarily, your end users are not supposed to see all this being displayed at the front end. I might just leave it for now to really demonstrate to us on how it's going to look like the front end at the user's interface. Let me just leave it that way, and then after I've added necessary, so I can as well try to add one or two things in terms of emoji for my end users experience. I can just say, okay, let me say welcome. Yeah. Let's say we can make it okay, another one here. Yeah, anything that you just know that's kind of encourage your end users. Okay, say yeah, let me just put it that way there. So welcome user, then can click I can click done now. I'll go to I'll save my flow. So let me click done. Now since I click on done, I can save this flow as let me save this flow as, okay, and I call it welcome message flow. And save. Now that I've saved my flow, I can also debug the flow. But we've not done so much, but just for a start to demonstrate how you can debug, to really see how it's going to look like the performance, if there's any error or anything. By you debugging your flow on the flow builder will make you to know that, okay, there is an error, everything is okay or everything is not okay. Whatever the error is, we'll be able to locate it and retrace it and resolve the error at the end of the day. So it's very important you make use of, before you activate, you make use of debug. So the debug will make it, it will give you, will show how your screen is going to look like to your end users at the front end by the time you run it. So you see now, it's giving me finish, and it's also giving me, we have a footer here, finish. We have header here, welcome message flow. Ordinarily, they are not supposed to be there. So I will just leave it. I won't resolve it now. When I come back after activations, then I will show you how you're going to make it possible. You're going to remove and yank off all this welcome message flow and finish. So let's just go there. Let me go to the front end now. Before I go to the front end, I will need to activate the flow. That's the most important thing you have to do at this point. You activate your flow. So after I've activated my Screen Flow now, I have to go to the front end to see how it's gonna work, how it's gonna look like. Now I want to display the Screen Flow on the home page of this service application. The service application has other items like other objects. This is a home page. Is a home page application whereby it's a landing page. You use a Lightning App Builder to configure or to build. But every other thing here, you have the object manager. We have a Shutter object, we have account object, you have contact, you have cases, you have report and dashboard. Those are the items you have on the service applications. You know, the service, this service or applications happen to be what house other. It's like a container that house every other items like home, shutter, account, contact, cases, report, and dashboard. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, what I want to actually do is to create a flow to display a welcome message to my end users. And I want that welcome message to be on the home page here. I want it to be here. And also, I will modify the flow to display the end user's name, to display the end user's name, the greeting message, and I will also add the flow to the home page. So after I add the flow to the home page, I will modify the flow to show us a dynamic message in the form of a custom label. So the first thing I'm going to do, I need to go to the Lightning App Builder. So I click on Edit page. On Edit page now, I will have to. This is where I will integrate my flow to the home page. So just take note of that. Whenever you want to do everything that has to do with customizing anything on page, or you want a particular item to be on the home page of your applications, where you will go, it's the Lightning App Builder. Lightning App Builder is where you get the job done. Then I'm going to click here. I type in flow so that I can pick up this component, and this is the component flow here. I will drag it up here. Yes, so when I drag it up here now, there are other flow on this being created, maybe standard flow or custom flow already available on this developer org on the flow. So what I need to do, I need to search for the one that I just created. So this is the welcome message flow, is the one I will select now. Then the next thing I have to do is to save to save my flow. After saving the flow, I need to activate. By activating it, now the thing is that activation homepage default. Homepage can be assigned at different level. Is that either to the hub default or to the app default or to any app profile. But for now, let me make it hub default. So everybody, end users that are logging in, all the end users that are logging in for one thing or the other on the platform that can access Lightning experience will definitely be able to see the welcome message that is going to be displayed by the. So this is it. This is what I want to do. So start the photo page and click save. Now that it's saved, I can go to the I can go back to the home screen now to see what is going on there. Yeah, you see I have my welcome user message displayed by my screen flow, but the job is not done. I want a situation whereby it will mention this is just the welcome user is generic. I want a situation whereby to state specifically welcome mention someone's name, like welcome John Smith. If John Smith is a user on your company's platform, or it's a users on your company's platform, or an end user, is definitely going to quote the name, mention the name, or John Smith or Jack Rich or something. So I don't want it a kind of welcome message that will say welcome user just like this. No, I don't want it that way. I want a situation whereby it's going to state the name of that person, mention the name of the person or the name of the end users that logs in with his user's name and password. And at the same time, I have to remove this welcome message flow as the header here and the footer finished. My end user, they don't have any business with that. So let me go back to the flow now and do some configurations and modifications and customize it further to actually give me the kind of results that I want. So welcome message flow. So now immediately you go back to do you want to edit or you want to do anything or you want to modify your flow. You don't just go in and click on anything here. The first thing you need to do is to clone your flow. That's where you say save as. So just need a new version of it before you edit it again. Then that is when you can go on and edit whatever you need to edit. Now for this, I will just click on welcome message. I still need to do I will click on edit element. So for the first thing I will do now is to remove the header. You see now it's no longer there. Whatever you do here, you just look at it. Immediately you will get the result on the edit screen. Then other thing I want to do is to clear the footer. I don't want to say short footer. So okay, now that I've cleared the footer, then the next thing that I have to do now is to configure my flow. So I can say welcome user. I can still add one or more things here to say okay. I can say okay, welcome user. Now let me change this color to so welcome users. Let me say welcome user, shine bright today. Shine bright today. Kind of message. Now I know say okay with this. I can adjust it further. So say okay. I'm not okay with this as it is now. I want a situation whereby this user will kind of mention a specific name of my end users, of somebody that is logging with username and password. Those are the end users on a Salesforce platform. So for me to do that, I will copy this user and then go into the insert the resources. I will need to do use a global variable with user dollar user sign dollar then user. Okay, for this one I will code first name. Yeah, code first name. You see now you have first name, then I will make it copy it again and say give it space, then paste. Then I will change this to the last name. So let me just change this to the last name. Last name. Yes, it has changed to the last name now. As it is now, by the time I click on done, I save, I go to the front end, definitely it's going to display welcome message, and it definitely mention a specific end user's name that login with user's name and password at the end of the day. So that's a very cool thing about Screen Flow. Just take note for me to do, for you to give it. That's a global variable. You need to click on insert the resources. From there, it pick up a user. From you take on users and you give it a first name and a last name there. So with that, it's going to mark the fit for you to be able to give your end users the kind of experience that is going to make or brighten their day. So it will just say welcome. Let's say John Smith is logging in on this platform. You just say welcome John Smith, shine bright today. See now, it sounds so good, and it sounds so more encouraging by just saying generally welcome user. So that's just it. Let me save now. Let me click on done. I'm done here. I will go to the screen and click on screen. Let me save whatever I've done. Yeah, let me save. I'm going to click on the screen at all. Now let me activate. Yes, after activation, I go to the front end to see. I have to refresh now to see maybe what I've done it's actually working. Yes, you can see now on the users on this platform is users here is Asikolashe. You can just say welcome Asikolashe. You can shine today. Wow, that's a very good one. Now the next thing I want to do now is to modify the flow to show a dynamic message in the form of a custom label. That's another thing we need to integrate into this screen flow. So we're making progress now. Let's go to the back end. I'll go to the setup. From the setup now, I can actually type in custom label. That's where you go, custom label. This custom label now I can say okay. So now dynamically we can kind of use custom label to actually give our end users dynamic experience on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, by making use of a very powerful tool called custom label. So let me create a new custom label now. Yeah, the new custom label, I will name it welcome. Welcome, let's just say welcome label. Welcome message label. So now for this, let me just already copy one very nice message that I just put here. I will add it, copy and paste it in here. Message says that we are thrilled to have you on board as we embark on this joint drive efficiency and success together. Your dedication and expertise are the heart of our innovation. Remember, every click entry brings us to our goal. Dive in, explore, and make the most of this powerful tool. Let us achieve greatness, one record at a time. Together, we can transform challenges into opportunity. So let me just save now. After I save, in order for me to integrate this to the flow, I need to make use of a label variable. Again, a global variable on at the back end, going to the go back to the flow builder in order for me to get that done. Web message, okay. Now I need to save as again. Then I will have to refresh. We'll have to refresh so that it have whatever the custom label available in the resources I can use given that experience. Okay, now let me just click this. I click edit element. Now I have to go to this again. Now for this shine bright today, I can just let me change this shine bright today to custom label. I have my custom label here. Let me copy this and let me insert resources now by typing label. So this is a variable, a global variable for label. Then the welcome message label have to integrate it into it. Now working on it, this is the one I just created at the back end. Then I'll have it to be there. Then I can actually, okay, let me even change this one to this change this one to okay. For the welcome message here, the welcome message is going to take the normal So I can increase the font for the welcome message. So like 18. Okay. I make it bold. Then I can click done. So let me click done now. I think everything is okay now. Let me click save. Okay, I will activate. Again. After activation, can go to the front end now to see how my dynamic experience are changing things for me in terms of custom label. Yeah, that's great. Now that we have these at the front end to my users, so my users that they'll be logged in now, this is the kind of message that will brighten their day, that will kind of welcome to the platform on a daily basis. Depending the time, you change it to another inspirational message to inspire them or to encourage them, to make them innovate more, to make them work toward achieving the goals as you have in your organization. So this is the kind of cool message that you can have, experience you can give to your end user. Users that change to the name. I see should become if your end user is Jack Smith, we'll say welcome Jack Smith. We are thrilled to have you on board as we embark on this journey to drive efficiency and success together. The dedication and expertise are the heart of our innovation. Remember, every click and entry brings you closer to our goals. Dive in, explore most of the powerful tool. Let us achieve greatness on record, one record at a time. Together, we can transform challenges. What possibility? This is lovely, a very powerful one. This is how it works. Now, next time you can always, anytime you just look at it as an administrator that this message it has been there for a very long time. For you to modify or to give it a kind of dynamic touch that you can give as a wonderful administrator, all what you need to do is to go to the setup. From the setup, you in the quick find me, you type in custom label. So you go to this custom label. If you want to add anything, if you want to remove anything, or if you want to change the message entirely, you just use it to get it done for you. So let me go to the custom label now. Go to the custom label. So from the custom label now, what is going to happen is that it's going to change so in order for me to edit the new custom label that I just configured, we have to click edit. So when I click edit, we just use it to change the message I have to display. So anytime you want to change it like that, you don't need to go to your flow to change it. Where you will change it is just here. So let's say I want to change anything like this, dive in, explore. I want to change the entire message entirely. I will just delete everything and input a new message entirely into it. So in order for me to just demonstrate that I don't need to remove the entire message. I can just say, let me just clear this from diving. So from diving, let me just click, let me just clear. So let me just so let me stop at a record at a time. So if I save now, okay, if I save now, you will see what will happen. By the time I go to the backend, to the front end now, it would have changed. That's what I've removed from the custom message. It would have been removed as well. So now that I save, let me go and I have to refresh. Let me refresh. Yeah, that is it. You see it now. That's it. It has changed some things there immediately. So that's how to give your end users making use of a screen flow by Flow Builder to actually give your users a wonderful experience as they log in and land on the home page of the applications. And this welcome message, you can decide to integrate it anywhere. You can put it on object wherever you want it to be. All depends on you. But that's just how it is. And that is it now today on this screen flow, this use case on it.
Right, that's a wrap up for today's video. I hope you have picked up some valuable insights and actionable tips in Salesforce ecosystem. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. If you found it helpful, I'm Asikola Oshibika, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.